Good Monday morning. Happy Monday. It's a new week. Can't believe it's almost the middle of December. This year has just flown by, flown by. Definitely has just whizzed right on by. I'm ready for a new year though. 2025, that's a quarter of a century in the new millennium. Oh, I'm hitting all the feels here. Oh my goodness. I know, it's early in the morning, but it's time to wake up. I think I need coffee this morning. In fact, I know I could use coffee this morning. Oh, are you guys awake? Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Dun 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 dun. Now that song is stuck right in my head. The song is stuck in my head. Good morning, buddy. See you. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Go away. We'll go tell him to wake up. Go say wake up. Feliz Navidad. I was looking. Today is a good day. Let me go back to. Did you guys see I posted a new Scientology Crimes last night? It's really good video. Kind of getting sick of having to say, well, this was settled out of court. Because darn it, a lot of them get just settled out of court. But I also. So T was working on her dress last night. T Perth audit. Let's look at her dress.
The back of the dress. And then I've got to figure out what I'm going to put on the front and the top. So I'm just filming it just to document. This is what I'm going to be wearing at the protest this week on Friday. Oh, hey, Swedish. I was hoping someone would come on and see and know what I was talking about. But yeah, do you think, right, because they're all different names and different fonts, and different colors and fonts. Do you think I should have like a pastel, like a rainbow pastel kind of like wash in the background? Or do you think it's going to look all right just on the white? I can't decide. I think maybe like a rainbow background.
It's going to be cool looking. Here's a link to her short video. Everybody's quiet this morning. Good morning. Say something. Who else was live? Not a lot of people. It was kind of quiet yesterday. There's us. Film the Police was live last night.
Exactly. So I did, I had a problem with her.
Procedures and things.
And this is why she's COVID. She's acting cool, it's being recorded. And she's saying something. So now I
Just in the final industrial location, not getting in trouble.
well, they can get in trouble about putting cameras to the right people, but who like this?
Bring it here.
Bring it to the police.
Yeah.
They're P2s? Okay. Yeah, and that's it.
Were you there during this?
I was.
Or it's like on November 26th.
Yeah.
The Congress Sunset Trader around 9 p.m. There was a vehicle that was pulled over.
Not too sure who he was making a complaint on. Can you guys even hear me? Good morning, can you hear me? Good morning, Swedish Lena. Good afternoon, Swedish Lena. Thank you for answering me. It's quiet this morning. It's quiet today. Only just past 7:30 in the morning here. Is it very low? Okay, let me turn it up a little. I'm kind of quiet this morning anyways. Better? Desktop audio. I don't want to blast your ears out either. Let's see. Do we even have a meeting today? Board of Public Works. Did I grab the wrong one? I did. I hate it when that happens. December 9th. That is today. Regular meeting, 10 a.m. So, no presentations, approval of minutes, homeless interim housing and related projects, shelter and housing program. I know MD Media wanted to talk about this. And an MOU. Well, it's going to be a boring meeting. Unless we make it. Hey, Amy M. Hi, Joe. Good morning. Amy, when are you going to let that girl get her own driver's license so she can drive herself to school? I'm picking on you. What's the age there? 16? Good morning, Brian. Oh, I got the dog popping on my legs. Yep, so I'll post the link in the community tab. Let's see if approval of minutes. Download. So these are the minutes that they are approving with blank. It's just blank. How are they approving any minutes if it's just blank? I think I might jump on this bandwagon and Hey, Irish Mart. So we definitely have Board of Public Works today. And here's the link for that. Oh, if anybody wants to call in later. Let's see if there's any other city council things going on today. City Health Commission canceled. Tomorrow is the city council meeting. I wonder if the LAPD commission got canceled for tomorrow. Let's go back. December 10th. We're on like Donkey Kong tomorrow. Oh, yeah. That's an important one, you guys. Hey, Style Audit. Oh, you're going to do a live audit today. All right. I will hop on your live when you do. Definitely stay safe. Are you going by yourself or are you going to take somebody? Hopefully you're taking somebody. 17. Wow, they're late bloomers there. What is on the agenda for tomorrow? Yep, I agree. Tomorrow is going to be very, very interesting. Hey, Mandy Me, that's a good idea. There's nothing wrong with letting them drive when they're ready. I mean, why push it just because some state, well, in Alaska, it was 15. You could get your learner's permit at 14, and you could drive at 15 by yourself or with your parents. And then they had it for 2 years that you couldn't drive with just friends in the car. So you couldn't just go riding around with your friends, but you could drive with your siblings or your parents in the car. But yeah, both mine got theirs when they got their learner's permit at 14, and he should, because especially the way the dispatch handled it. That was absolutely incredulous. I don't know that police commission has authority over dispatch, but you eventually get down to a couple of screams a drive, Amy, and you learn to smash the brake button from the other side. Really? Yeah, I know. I think our notifications are being throttled. You will, there is that in Alaska at least. I don't know about the rest of the states, but up there, you have no sound. You can't hear me? Am I muted, Style? But honestly, Swedish Lena, the CC Christmas was to promote for the PAL, the Police Youth League, the police whatever, PAL. So somebody had to kind of go. Hey Peter, good morning. Good morning, Lord Bynum. So they were invited and they should have gone, but yeah, okay, so the Police Athletic League. So that's for That's how they get a lot of their money in for the youth. Good afternoon, Traveltology. So they probably needed to have representation there, but you would think that they would have gone um, on their own dime without it being a gift, or at least paid for the tickets. Oh, very good. Thanks, Style Audit. And thanks for helping her, you guys. I didn't know that that worked. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen in a frickin' billion blue moons. Swedish. They raised a lot of money. Last year was like $500,000 for the program. And one night was for PAL, and then Saturday night was for the Christmas gifts for kids. There's no way they're gonna turn that down. You know, right now is the time to start working on them for next year. That next year that doesn't happen. But to be real honest, then the community needs to come up with an alternative. Because even though it's blood money, it's still money for supposed kids. So it's like, I know Slow White was talking to Audit that one night, and he said, well, give us an alternative. Give us something that we can do instead. Right? You know, as long as it is with the caveat of, hey, this isn't going to buy me, or have those discussions. Yeah, I don't really know what that discussion needs to be, but, well, I know what it needs to be, but I don't know. Ooh, I'm like really. Let me close this down a little bit so we ain't so big. Lakshmi Cool, good morning. What is on the agenda for tomorrow? So we have the department report, report of the chief of police, and then the consent agenda items. Relative to the grant application award acceptance of the OJJDP, Internet Crimes Against Children is set forth. I need to look at that one to see what that's all about. Relative to a donation from the Police Foundation for $6,500. You know darn well that's through probably from the PAL. $1,600 for equipment. $1,500 for Vice Division's Wellness Day. We could go so bad on that. So the Police Foundation is going to give a $1,500 donation for Munchies. So $500 for special events. Police garage towing and storage rates. And there's some closed. Oh, look, you guys. So this only goes up to February. For occurrences. Now we're getting into where we start all the complaints for the swattings and the false calls. And there's quite a few of them. Let's kind of keep track each week to see if any of ours are popping up here. So, oh, good morning, Miss Sunrise Dawn. The $500,000 was from that one banquet night from last year. Yeah, it's everything they make off from this banquet gets donated to the police. No, no, not the 40 years. From that one night. Donna, good morning. What happened to Danny is one way to get Scientology unforced errors. Sometimes you can't get the big fish, but you can get the ones feeding them, leading to their failure. Exactly. Yeah, Manny Me, it was $500,000 for the one night. It was the gala profits from the one night. Actually, it was 2 nights, but yep, that's how much they make. So it's $75 per seat, but everybody pitches in. They have auctions, they have silent auctions, they have all sorts of gala stuff and yep, they solicit. There's no way of a chance of a snowball in hell that they're going to give up that money. How's Georgia this morning, Miss Sunrise Dawn? Is it warming up back down there? So, okay. So, is there anything for Chicago this week? Don't think there is, but let's check. So Wednesday there is a regular meeting. Ooh, that means we need to sign up. Today. If we want to speak, you need to sign up today. Let me put this. 12:06 has already gone by, darling. Somebody's behind. Somebody's getting the flunk on the calendars. Okay, it doesn't have anything on here, but am I losing it? Next city council meeting, regular meeting, December 11th. It wasn't on the calendar. So if you go down, it says click here to view the city council process. And so you go and you call and hey, good morning, Rika. Yep, we are talking about what F. Santo donates to the cops. Well, we were talking about how much they make at those galas that they do. It might have been Mandy Me. That might have been what they were trying to cover. But what I heard was that there was a snow machine that was supposed to be shooting snow, and it was not working correctly, that it just ended up being fog. Yeah, but Rika, as I said, from those galas, they're making. Last year they brought in $500,000 just from the one gala. They're not going to turn that down without an alternative. So I think what we need to do is complain and offer an alternative. Always remember that you gotta have a solution popping in there. And I'm gonna call this, you guys. Um, but I'm gonna mute just for a second while I do it. Yeah, I agree. It should have been turned off. If I do, Thank you. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to make sure that I was truly muted because I had to put in personal information to do that. So I went ahead. If you call that number, the 312-744-6800, and if you want to speak at their city council for Wednesday, yes, Wednesday, then you have to have your request in by tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning. So you have basically today to call in, and you leave your name and your number, and then tomorrow they'll call you back to see if you've been chosen to speak. It's kind of a weird system, but you have to do it in advance. And Peter, yeah, I'm definitely looking into that, but that's an allegation for the Scientology crimes one. There is no way. Good morning, sis. Happy Monday. Swedish says, hi, sis. Lots of love to you. Thank you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Rika, are you ever wanting to do anything up there in Portland at those meetings? I don't know that, except for maybe having some PR. I don't know that the org has that big of an influence. I saw a case also from Portland where a guy went in and I don't think he killed anybody, but he shot like 4 different people. I saw that case as I was looking at stuff. And he didn't go to jail. He ended up going to the state hospital. But he was from Kenya, I believe, and brought over. And then he kind of went wackadoodles and they wouldn't give his money back. I'll re-find it. But they couldn't 100% prove that it was because of Scientology. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Ooh, yummy. Ooh, coffee, you guys. Very cool. Okay, well, let's think about it, Rika. Good morning, Trish. Yeah, that's city council's kind of like that. The only one that I've really found that I haven't seen issues out of has been Salt Lake City. Well, might be the perfect time to get in there and start creating alliances and relationships. That's for sure. Yeah, Oregon has this very strange political environment. It's very siloed, or at least it was in the past. I'm kind of curious as to see how things are going to shake out. So, was that a Daniel from Salem's? Yeah, life gets in the way, Rika. That's okay. You know, that's what it's all about, though, is the life. When we shouldn't have to protest for other people to be able to enjoy their lives. But that's kind of. I don't think so. I don't think you're camera shy. You could always come on with just a Daniel from Salem. Let me see. I don't think I even have him. But let me. Oops. This guy, right?
Shipped same.
This one, Amy? About how far in? Exactly, Irish. Rika, never think you're not doing enough. You're an awesome, awesome demonstrator, protester. About 20 minutes in. Okay, let me look. He's so weird looking. I found it.
Oh, so. Yeah, good. I didn't even say anything, they just left. Merry Christmas, everyone. Don't go here, though, for Christmas. Go anywhere else. It's just, you notice how they have no word, they don't have the word Scientology anywhere here. They just have it like over there, but nowhere near like the actual Winter Wonderland. Because they know people won't go inside if they have that. Because no one likes Scientology. Because they literally stalk people. So I know one likes them. Trying to like take over the planet on some evil shit. It's weird. Oh, okay. Have a good day. Yeah, that's why I'm just warning people about it out here.
They
don't even celebrate Christmas. They just use it to like lure people in. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Use it to lure people in.
Yeah.
I'm actually a Christian.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Nice. All right. I'll see you guys.
Yeah, isn't that strange? No security out there in front of his face? Yeah, that's hey Haggis, good morning. Yeah, I don't really care for the Daniel from Salem guy. He's a little bit strange in my, especially with where he had that involvement with Francois. But yeah, isn't that weird that he wasn't confronted by security? Definitely slime. I agree. He's from Portland? Daniel from Salem? Rika says Portland doesn't claim him. Adam says, I get not going here, but I can't go anywhere else for Christmas either. Ah, from the Salem, Massachusetts, from where the Salem witches were. Yeah, Portland definitely has its own culture, that's for sure. No shade whatsoever, Rika. It's just Portland is different. I'm trying to remember what the name, because I used to spend a lot of time at um what's the name of the college there? OS, not OSU, at the medical center there, the medical college. Anyways, good morning, Susan P. Oh, that's right. They switched it to last night, didn't they, Peter? I completely missed it. I was doing a few lives, but I was also doing a lot of research and recording the new video for Scientology Crimes. And I've been looking into a lot what you're sending me too, Peter. Thank you. I appreciate it. Haggis, it was all that fresh air that you got. You should have been revitalized. Um, but I dropped a new video from Laura Ann De, I have a hard time saying her last name, but her new name is Diekman, so we'll just go with Diekman. But yep, I saw Selfless's review. It got pushed. So it's pretty crazy. It's really been darkening my mood when I start going through those court cases. Yeah, that's not good for you, Haggis. They used to Shanghai people from the bars in downtown Portland go out drinking and wake up a day or so out on a sailing ship. Wouldn't surprise me from Portland. There's some weird people there. So anyways, Rika, I was trying to remember the name of it's like a unhoused homeless area. That's a pretty rough area. Anyways, I got stuck down there one time. And it was kind of scary being around everybody. The Shanghai tunnels. I've heard of those. Yes. Oh, no, not PSU College. Nope. OS Oregon. Oh, OHS. Oregon Health and Science. Is where we used to always have all of our meetings. OHSU. It takes me a while to get the brain going. I got coffee starting to filter into the brain. Yep. OHSU. It's up on a hill. And when you drive up there, it's got like it's really cool because the trees have ivy and stuff growing down out of them. Oh, okay. Wow. It's very beautiful up there. Thank you, son. Yeah, I thought it was Lordy Bum too at first. It's Lord by Num. But I like Lordy Bum better. Spring Water Trail Homeless Encampment. Watch Valley Ray. He's amazing. It might be that, Rika. It was down where it's like where the train stations meet. I can't remember. It's been so long. You're right. There is moss growing here. It is a temperate rainforest. And good morning, DE. Birdie Num Num. Yep. Oregon's a very beautiful state. And it has different geographies to it. You have the mountain area, you have the ocean, you have flatlands. Would there be any advantage to papering the orgs with some of the spy files that public and low-level Sea Org would understand? There would, but a lot, I would say a good portion of the spy files are just quoting policy and ordering policy. So it's nothing more or less that they've already seen or already know. So the only thing like that one spy file that Nora and I showed where basically it's a policy directive. I know, jet mechanic girl. I know. I hear you. Sis, is that you're considered high desert where you're living now, right? Rika, guess what? That wasn't that sister. That was a different sister. You guys haven't seen this, sis. Yep, I have two sisters besides all of the adopted ones in here. I have Rika as a sister and Swedish and Haggis, and I have all sorts of sisters in here. Because you're way better looking than me. I totally agree. We look nothing alike. I look like a Buddha muffin, and you look like a beautiful queen, a jet mechanic girl queen. You ask her, she may, right? We get more sisters. Amy, I have two sisters and one brother, and I have one sister that's passed away. So there were 4 girls and 1 boy. Yep, you have a twin sister. Nice. Yeah, isn't Delphia or the Delphian school, isn't that up near um Portland? It could, Peter. You know, maybe that would be a good thing to do like flyers for. I'll hook you up with Rika's email, sis. Schwester? I like that. Hey sis, you're my Schwester. Now, I don't think you're boring. I, I tell you what, sis is an incredibly well-educated person on all of these damn cults and weird religions. Yep. Okay. Yep. You need to get some flyers to Eric. Yep. Candles, prayers, love, blessings to all of our sisters gone too soon. Yeah, sorry, Joe. I'm sorry about that, Joe. I'm just reading your comment that you don't get to see your brother. Yeah, and I personally am not a conspiracy theorist kind of a person. I always want to know all sides of a story. So when I hear of things, I try and do some research into it rather than just jump on a bandwagon. But there's so much research into this Scientology and the abuses, and I'm hearing and seeing the personal result of it, that there's just no denying how evil it truly is. I know enough German to get me in trouble, and I know some swear words in German. That sucks when family does that. I mean even if you're estranged, you should come together to help loved ones, especially in their time of need and time of passing. Yep, cold-hearted, definitely. There's a time when you need to lay down some differences. Hey, Cubs. Yep, let's get you handled. Let's get this out of the park. No pun intended. I know Vic do. Oh, Natalie just posted the flyer for the New Year's event at Shriners. It's because New Year's is a huge deal in Scientology, isn't it? Yep, because we can pick our loved ones here. Even though I have very special loved ones, sis. But we get to pick more. On the 14th of December, I don't know, I didn't see it. Oh, right, you're right. Yes, yes, yes. That was last year, huh? Where Lara saw her dad. Hey sis, just a little background on that. Lara FM is is a child that was born and raised. Actually, she was trafficked into into Scientology by her parents. And then she was raised in the cadet org, which is basically slave labor and a receptacle for children to grow into Sea Org people. And they were horribly abused. Her dad and mom is still both in it, and her dad's been being held there at the Big Blue Building. And last year, she was protesting at one of the events, and her dad walked by, and she screamed out, "I love you, Dad!" And it was just, I had tears running down, and he didn't respond, he just kept walking. Yeah, that was an incredible one. That's one of the things that got me into this, was to see that disconnection. And then her saying, if he dies tomorrow, if nothing else, he'll hear that I loved him. All right. I wonder if they're going to let him go again this year. He was there collecting dishes. It's very sad. And he's still at the Blue Building. They keep him locked up. Hey, good morning, Dylan. Oh, I forgot. Yep, your dad is up there at the Portland org. I wonder if they're going to the LA thing. We need to get all eyes on that and see if we can see any faces. Have Matt go and do his static. Good morning, Matt. I just mentioned your name. Good morning, Kathy. And if you said good morning to me and I missed you flying by and I didn't say good morning, I'm sorry. Either re-say it to where I can see it, because sometimes the chat flies by. There was a guy from NYC who is in LA named Reggie Pye who filmed Undercover in Big Blue last night. Ooh, Amy, send that to me. Or send me the link for that. From New York City, okay. It would be cool if Rika and Sis go to Delphi, if they could have a sign for Dylan. Oh, bummer. Okay. Yeah, and then Matt's video yesterday of um, the streamer, that really popular streamer that went in, and then all of a sudden his stream started cutting out. No jammers there, not whatsoever. Okay. MD, who was that gentleman that you were, that the streamer? Shirley? Nick Shirley. I've never heard of him before. I truly have never. I guess I don't watch a lot of the political stuff. Yeah, wouldn't that be an amazing thing to do for Dylan? Have a sign out there saying, I love you, Dad, or call me Dad, or anything like that. That would be beautiful. Yeah, but it was kind of interesting when that guy tried to go in, when Nick Shirley tried to go into the testing center. Are you laying low today, Matt, or are you going to go back over there? Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And man, Matt, you've been doing some long streams. Look at the clouds. Look how beautiful those clouds are. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Hello? Probably. And oh, so I didn't know you were there already. Sorry, guys. Yeah, aren't those beautiful? I love clouds like that. Yeah, and they're oh, that's right. We were going to tell them. So MD Media today is Public Works, and they're talking about the grants and stuff for the homeless stuff. I'll go back to it in just a minute as soon as I get done swapping money here. But that's on the agenda, and I know you were interested in that. If you wanted to go talk about that. I didn't even know he was gone to the store yet. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna stop this just for a second. We'll come back to this because those are some gorgeous pictures. But we're going to go back to, oh, Google. And speaking of all that massages and stuff yesterday, I could go for a massage, man. My back hurts. So, okay, so here's the regular meeting. And today's the agenda. It's at 10 o'clock at room 350 in City Hall. And you can call in. They only have 3 agenda items. They're going to be, there's no presentation. They messed up their stuff, but so the first thing on their agenda is the task order of solicitations, the homeless interim housing and related projects for shelter and housing program. And so they're going to be talking about authorizing the design of bridging documents for 5 projects. So this is going to be talking about the design of, they have 5 different projects. In here are the different hotels, the tiny village, stuff like that. So if you want input about homelessness, unhoused, and how they're going to design any of that, this would be a good way to get any information into it. What did I miss? Oh yeah, she did. That was really absolutely. Here it is, just in case. This is the link to the agenda. And it's a very short agenda today. There's only 3 items, and they changed it so you get a minute for public speaking, or for the public one, and then a minute per agenda item. So it's really only 2 minutes. So if you call in, I mean, just for a meeting, and if you don't do any other meetings, this may be one you call in for. But I know audits had better reaction and better luck having eye-to-eye contact with them. So it really feels how you feel for it, but there's the agenda for today. And this money, the money that they're tagging here, isn't for the project itself, it's for designing the project. Rika, and I really wish people would remember that there's more than one way to protest. Her just being there is a protest. So, yeah. So when she does go, it throws her. I remember her saying that she'd just have to go curl in a ball. So, Matt, on this one, if you scroll up, you can see it'll say, please click the link below to join the webinar. And that's where you would go to join the Zoom. And then once you're in the Zoom, you have to raise your hand. This one's pretty simple. Okay, so I signed up for the Chicago meeting this week. I'll throw all these meetings on a community post. Was there anything for Salt Lake City this week? Salt Lake City Council. Redevelopment Agency, don't know what that is. Council work session. Revised council formal meeting. That is tomorrow. And here's the revised agenda. So there is a meeting tomorrow. Title 18 amendments. That sounds boring. Budget amendment number 2 for fiscal year. Oh, that sounds boring. Jordan River Fair Park. I think that one usually gets a few people. Project timeline. Oh, that's for that. So if you are interested in speaking at the Salt Lake City Council tomorrow, in that we are just trying to really encourage information and education, because they all seem to be really on our side. That you need to register by like 7:30 Mountain Time tomorrow. And that's a pretty easy thing. That's a Zoom meeting also. Okay, so we have all sorts of meetings this week. Hey Miriam, hi Scientology up north. Which case are you talking about? Oh yeah, it's crazy. I don't even go on Reddit. Yeah, Reddit is just a mosh pit of evil, disgusting people that just want to stir up the slime. Not even worth it. And I do Discord just for some of my stock trading stuff, and other than that, I don't do Discord either. Yep, it does. I agree. It discords Discord. Yeah, I do have a couple of good groups. I even have a group in Discord, but I don't, well, first of all, I don't ever go in there anyways. But yeah, just a bunch of trashola. Yeah, Haggis, how was Tigi? So let me see, I might as well copy. Let's do a community post. Paste. And then did I actually? I did. I think I closed out of it by mistake. No, I didn't. Here it is. You guys got me talking to myself again. Copy. Paste. And then we've got great. Okay, I'm gonna have to just figure all this out. I suck. Okay, so today we have Public Works. Tomorrow we have LAPD Commission and Salt Lake City Council tomorrow night. And then Wednesday we have Chicago City Council. And I believe Chicago or another board, they might be starting to slow it down though. Yep, so Wednesday we also have a Board of Public Works. And then Thursday, I am going to be doing a live. I haven't put up a notice yet. Going to be doing a live with Carrie J in PA. And she is an attorney that protests Scientology. She is an attorney that happens to protest Scientology also. And she's the one that I put up that video of her talking about whether or not bull baiting and auditing is abusive, and how factually that it is abusive. And if you would like to ask her any questions, we're going to be live at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday. And I would love to be able to give her questions ahead of time. That way she can research or look into it. And if you do, email me. I know, I saw those meetings. There's absolutely nothing. It's just blank. So if you guys have questions, we can't do certain or particular claims or particular cases, but there's a few things that I'm going to throw at her. Yep, I'm going to ask her, one, what she feels the law is. And as I said, she has to give her version of Pennsylvania, but she can talk about LA or California and Florida also. But what about disconnection? How does disconnection, is disconnection a crime? Could it be considered a crime? What about the rules for statute of limitations? Is it always when the event happened? Or could it be, these are things when you noticed that it was a crime. So when you become aware of it was a crime, how does that relate? There's some other questions that what about Serge Obolensky? How would they have handled Serge Obolensky's claim or case? So those are the things that I'm going to ask her about. So it's going to be an awesome video, you guys. So if you have questions, please email me them ahead of time so that way I can get them to her. So, or if you want to be on the live, then you can ask them at that time. I'm not too sure how efficient or off the cuff she can be when trying to do research or trying to figure out answers. But you know what? My FFT brain totally understood Swedish. But I'd like to be able to give her the questions ahead of time. It should be, and that's where everybody was so dang mad at Mike Rinder, is because the statute of limitations was basically erased for a certain amount of time in California there for a little bit, and they didn't tell anybody about it. But I think they need to have a do-over. It, I don't know how old Lara was when she was disconnected. I think it might have been, she was living on her own, because I remember seeing a video that she was on the phone with her dad. But I mean, let's take Serge Obolensky as a claim. I wouldn't want to ruin anything for anybody, but yeah, Traveltology. Yep, that bill was. I think we need to have a do-over on that bill. And I think those that live in California, Peter, need to help push that through. That there's a do-over on the bill. Yep, Kathy, that the look back window. You guys need to put your heads together to figure out who we need to address to get a do-over, to get a mulligan. If anybody has any personal connections in the assemblies. Thank you, Peter. That would be just incredibly gracious of you to do that. Thank you. maybe who pushed it through the last time and see if they're still there. She, we definitely have that on the agenda. And the new police chief. He is on our agenda also. I haven't talked to her yet this morning because it's only 6 a.m. her time. I'm hoping she just does Zoom today. But there's when I was looking at the look back window, there was something that I found, and this is what, as I said, one of the questions I want to talk to Carrie J about, is that I thought that there's a difference between when it happened and let's say all of a sudden you're 25 and this happened when you were a child, but at 25 all of a sudden you go, I didn't even know that was illegal. I didn't know that was a crime. And so you're just now figuring out that that was a crime, that's when the statute of limitations can start also. And I don't think it's every state, but I'm pretty sure California was that way. No, the DA does not oversee the city attorney. The DA is for major crimes, felonies, that type, and the county, I believe. I believe the county and the city attorney. There is no statute of limitations on sex crimes, but the sex crimes definitively are, I think they're separated between molestation, abuse. If it's rape, I believe there is no statute of limitations, but I think they delineate it by definition. The bar and the mayor. The mayor is her boss, and the bar. Haggis. Yeah, there's so many. Good morning, Whiskey Moon. Swedish Lena, that was a direct result from having no more police there, was a direct result from audit and Serge and Michael and I going to the OIG, the Office of Inspector General, and that was one of our negotiated items in a result from the meeting, was that they remove the police officers from their from them guarding them as a conflict of interest. And that was a direct result from that. So it wasn't about, I mean, it had some to do with the protesters, but that was a win. Wow, Rika, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, who just said that though? Above Traveltology? Yeah, I'm sorry, Traveltology. Nope, I'm not amazing. In fact, I posted a copy of what they are. Well, it's Sue. They're not, but they have changed. They have changed their process, and behind the scenes, um, they've been in big trouble. But it takes a little while for that to go through. Statute of limitations is bullshit. I totally agree. And it's worth getting dinged from YouTube for saying bullshit. Hey, me and Taz. How's our little Taz this morning? Said in my Irish voice. How's our little Taz? Or is that Scottish? You guys are so funny. But yeah, and I'm gonna hammer them about the minutes today because YRB's been hammering them about the minutes. Yeah, you can't see anything anymore. And that has been a complaint of ours. I constantly complain about it. But if you can't go somewhere to figure out if you're breaking the law or how you're breaking the law, what good is the law? Lots could be an email rather than a stupid meeting. Yeah, I know, because you can't see that second page to see the specifications. Good morning, Phyllis. Hollywood does a great job listing all the permits and closures. Are you being facetious? Well, that's true. That's what they do, Swedish, is they move people around. That's what they did to Miriam Francis's dad. They just moved him. Oh, thank you, me and Taz. I appreciate that. Yeah, they could, but they don't do that. Oh, they have a separate website. So could you email that to me so that way? If there's a bench on a public sidewalk, isn't that for everyone? They made Tori move from that bench and she was resting. Yes, the bench is public property and she didn't have to move and they made her move. That would be something that she could complain about. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate it. There's no reason whatsoever that if they are voting on meeting minutes and saying, yes, we approve those, thank you, Matt. I guess that bench was not on public property. Here you go, Sue. Is that the one, the bench that you're talking about, the one up near the lion? Yep, Rika's my adopted sister. One of my adopted sisters. Um, I s- I saw different things about different event permits and the permits not being what they're advertising, so who the hell knows, Matt? Hey Matt, did you ever get your chorizo yesterday? That looked so good. Bottoms up. Rest of the coffee's done. Yeah, whether they're the right ones or the ones that are permitted, who the hell knows anymore? Ah, jealous. Oh my gosh, those things are so good. You know that straw man that was sitting on the chair that was laying out back like that you took a picture of yesterday? That would be me after eating all that wonderful food. Yum yum yummy. But they sold you. That was for sale. I didn't think they were supposed to be selling food. I didn't think selling food was on the permit. Oopsie. Yeah, and a shot too. I did see you go in to take a shot. That was funny. But hey, Sue, didn't aren't they are they supposed to be selling? Festival Colombiano Navideño ends tonight at 7 p.m. They never send the list of vendors to BSS on the BSS form. Right. Yeah, I saw all that meat hanging. Right. They'll say, "Oh, it wasn't us," which technically it's not, but it doesn't matter. There you go. If anybody wants to call in today to the Board of Public Works, they oversee BUS. They oversee the Bureau of Street Services. It's the other organization that doesn't exist, right? Yeah, pretty crazy how it's all. You got an Eventbrite ticket for the weekend events. Church of Scientology listed on a permit as org. Then got an email reminder from the U.S. International Chamber of Commerce. What? Oh, very cool, Miriam. Thank you. The Church of they're the ones listed on the permit. I wonder if that has to do with the Colombian. Yeah, that's a great question. So, International Chamber of Commerce. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna like confuse the hell out of them. I'm just gonna be a pain in the ass today on that call for my one whole minute. I'm not even gonna ask probably for a thing today because I don't really care. I busted him for a couple of days. We'll let the Department of Justice take care of it now. I 100% Phyllis. We know that's what they're doing. We busted on that already. Yeah, Miriam, I have to write everything down or else it just kind of flies right out of my head if I don't write it down. And I practice before I do it. After I write it down, I practice a couple of times. Because words do just fly right out of my head if I don't. Back in the day, I used to be able to get up and give impromptu speeches, no problem. And nowadays it's hard. Hey, good morning, Rona. Right. So several of us did a civil grand jury on Board of Public Works, Bureau of Street Services about their permits. And the difference between a civil grand jury and a criminal grand jury. The criminal grand jury, of course, is if there's criminal or crimes activity, and it might be something of a, a nature that it would be harmful to get it out. So they do the criminal grand jury behind the scenes to see if there's enough evidence. Yeah, I love her. Bye. The civil grand jury there's only a couple of states that have it. California happens to be one of them, and it's county by county, and that is to investigate processes and organizations within the city and county. That would be a great idea, Haggis. And so we had presented evidence of the Bureau of Street Services in the permit process, and we know they took it up. You don't know that for sure, but we're pretty darn sure that they took it up. You, yeah, that would be great, Peter, if you could get that to Sue for the investigators' contact info. So we know there's stuff going on behind the scenes, but that's a long game. It's not a 2-second process, and we won't know till the beginning of the year what became of it. But we see evidence of things changing behind the scenes. So we know something must be in the works. Gonna get some good Grammy mails, good girl mails. Oh, goodness, you guys. It's definitely Monday. So what do you think? We're coming up on 2 hours here, you guys. Let's do some fluff and buff. Get ready for the day. Get ready for our Board of Public Works meeting. And I'm going to do a little bit more research. I do believe Miriam Francis sent me some ones that I am going to do research for and maybe do a video today for Scientology crimes. And oh, that is strange. Somebody just came in my door. Okay, go back to sleep, Haggis. Sweet dreams. Get some good nap, and I hope you're feeling better. Yep, time for fluff and buff, you guys. Much love, and I'll talk to you in a couple of hours. Well, I hope all your britches are clean now. Love to you all. Goodbye.